Welcome to the 22nd episode of Hawk Talks. Today is Monday, March 29th. I'm Kylie and I'm your junior class president.
Hi, I'm Emma Svoboda and I'm the ASB executive president.
Students, we want to welcome you back to the campus. Be sure to wear your mask at all times and follow COVID guidelines as we transition back to normalcy. Thank you for all your hard work and perseverance this school year. And be welcoming to one another. We've got this, Blackhawks.
Seniors, the counseling department wants to know where you're heading after you graduate. Is it the Air Force, UCLA, College of the Desert? Let us know your post-secondary plans so we can celebrate you. Complete the survey posted in the class of 2021 Google Classroom before April 26th for a chance to be entered into the senior signing day raffle and to be included in the signing day slideshow. The information in the survey will also be used to create a social media post like this to be shared on the LQ social media sites. If you have any questions, please ask your counselor.
Here's a message from Ms. Endress and Avid.
Welcome back, Avid Scholars, and thank you for the new people that are joining us for the first time today. We're going to talk about inquiry, and my first question for you all is basically, what are the lessons that your teachers are already using in the classroom that are helping you build on your inquiry skills?
In class, like in English, is we'll have to write about how we think we did on something, or our opinion on something when it comes to the characters, that, or we have to write like a short paragraph when it comes to math about why our answer is right or how we can justify our answer. And that's some of the inquiry we can do in class.
Teachers could allow students to give insight on problems that directly affect them.
Teachers could ask more in-depth questions about characters, such as how a character's personality might affect their story timeline.
Teachers could offer group discussions about certain topics and certain subjects in the theme of what they're trying to discuss.
It would be being challenged to ask good questions, to carefully craft our explanations of what is being found.
Awesome. And so it sounds like a lot of our teachers are already using inquiry, right? By having you kind of dig deeper on your own, developing your own questions, but then also sort of considering your own thinking and looking for justifications for things, and then using that in communication with discussions or Socratic seminar and even writing. But so here's my next question. I imagine that can be kind of difficult, right? Having to validate our thinking, having to talk out loud in class, and not always having sort of like a right versus wrong answer, which I could imagine would be sort of hard sometimes. So let me ask you this then. I mean, in that case, what are some ways that teachers can help encourage us to take a risk? How can teachers help us feel more confident in sort of considering our own thinking and engaging in something like inquiry?
An example would be, of course, from freshman year, we had to do these things called hot seats during Socratic seminars. So this was offered from my English teacher, Mr. Doherty, where we had to, whenever we were discussing a topic, someone had to jump in during the discussion in order to argue against some certain opinions or to have their own input in what they think of the certain idea. And I found those very helpful.
And one way to practice inquiry is, like less right and wrong answers, because that's really only something that you'll use for that one assignment and then it's gone. It's just kind of useless once you're done with that assignment. It's better to have something that can be like constantly debated or talked about, instead of just a piece of paper with a bunch of answers that you write down and call it a day with.
I love that. So less, us teachers, we call that rote learning, where we memorize a fact, right? But you're talking about really using those facts then to have to justify something else. Very cool. Anything about essays?
It's always best to go more in depth of what you think you know in the essays. So don't just go from based on what is, go like deeper into the lines.
Yeah, to add on to what Veronica is saying about reading deeper into something, probably one of my favorite examples of that is like reading a book of fiction like Percy Jackson. And it's like a vague goal that's described in one moral direction. So it could really be anything but all you know is that it points morally in one way or the other. And you have to, it's like you can figure out what their goal could be, or it could be totally something completely different, like a betrayal. But
That's awesome. So literary analysis is a big winner for this. Yay, English department.
Miss Kuhner taught us going into the TOK that there's no right or wrong answers, and for those 2 years we've always gone with that of no right or incorrect answers. And so like being in TOK, it's always pushed us to create more of a first order and second order question.
Helen, what are some concerns that have come up for you during inquiry practice?
Some concerns would be like that I'm not comfortable with like the people like sharing information because I don't know them, and that they'll like judge my answer as wrong or right based on their perspective.
I think even if we get like an incorrect answer, we're still learning in the process because we learn from our mistakes. So, and even like some students aren't very confident with their answers. So I think the idea that Arissa is going to explain is a wonderful idea.
Is there anything that we teachers can do to sort of help students who are going to inevitably feel this way, that, you know, maybe they're being judged for their right or wrong answers?
Well, teachers can create a safe space for students to show that it's okay to be wrong. And we students have respect for teachers who do that and learn that it's okay to take risks and not do everything perfectly.
Here is Miss Van Doren with a special song for all of you.
Hey LQHS, getting ready to see you guys next week. Got a little song for you. The sun comes up on my side of town. That lonesome feeling comes back around, and I know I'm ready for something new. There's an empty classroom at LQHS, looking ready for you to get back in the desks where I sit and think. I think of meeting you. We spend most every day beneath the light of another Zoom. If we had one wish and one only, it's for the Zoom not to be so lonely. It's like a dream come true to finally see you sitting in this room. It's like a dream come true to finally see you in both the room and Zoom. See you on Monday in both the room and Zoom.
Thank you for watching Hawk Talks La Quinta High School. Have a great week and we'll see you soon.
Bye.